I'm gonna bring you here. I'm gonna roll you towards me and then do a little drop. So just here. So this one I'm just gonna be a little bit higher. So here, little twist, little twist, little twist. Hi everybody, today we are here with Emily. Emily has been experiencing some low back pain that is mainly in the center of her low back, not on the right, not on the left. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on and how long it's been going on for and what you're experiencing?
I have low back pain and sort of like spasmy feelings in my back sometimes. I was injured when I was in kindergarten, so I was about 4 or 5. I was on the slide and a girl came down and hit me in the low back with her feet. So it was like the weight of her body and the force of the slide. And I started having painful back spasms after that. And I started seeing a chiropractor when I was a kid. And I saw a chiropractor from when I was about 4 or 5 until I was about 18 or 19. And then I haven't seen a chiropractor in several years.
Yeah.
And so I have a bit of discomfort, especially in certain positions with my back.
Yeah, you feel like it's due. You're due for an adjustment, right? Yeah. So we did an exam, we did an eval, so we know what's going on. We're suspecting a mild spondylolisthesis, which is where part of your bones is shifted forward. So I could show you on the model. So we kind of already went through this, but basically this is a model of our spine, bone, disc in the middle. If this was me, this is how I would look, if you can see it like this. And so with Emily, we're suspecting that when she got hit, when she was a kid, that it created a little bit of a spondy. So one part of her vertebra is a little bit pushed forward compared to the other. So today what we're gonna do for you is we're gonna do some flexion distraction to warm up the spine, stretch out any muscles. That's really gonna help with the spondy and just allow everything to be moving a little bit easier. We'll do a little bit of muscle work, we'll get you adjusted, we'll get you feeling way better, okay? So let's go face down on the table. And then you could face your right. So don't put your face right in the center. You'll just look to the right. Yeah, but face down. So go onto your stomach. Perfect. And then just look, arm over here. Perfect. And then you could break it just a little bit more like that. How's that feeling? Good. Okay, good. And then there's a little spot for your arms right there. How are you feeling just being on this table? Your low back.
This feels better than sitting.
This feels better. And you do have some discomfort right in here.
Yeah, it feels like tender to the touch.
Okay. And is there anything you can't do? So I know you mentioned that you have some pain when you're practicing yoga. Is there any kind of positions that you feel like really aggravate the low back and cause that back spasm?
Not unless I've already done something that's irritated it, like walk a really long distance.
Okay.
And maybe like inappropriate shoes.
Oh, inappropriate shoes.
Something like that.
What are inappropriate shoes?
Like my
high heels?
Yeah, or
Okay.
wedges or something.
High heels.
That definitely irritates my back, and I'll get upper back pain from that too.
Okay. And what has been preventing you from getting regular chiropractic care now that you're older?
It's not super frequent, and like I said, it's not really painful.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like a huge priority.
Yeah. Until now. We're gonna get you all set.
Well, long term, it is way better to get fixed.
Yeah. Well, it's better because then it'll prevent anything from festering. So how's this feeling on your low back?
This actually feels great.
Good. It feels like there's a stretch, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, in the right
here
spot.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. If it's too much, you can always let me know. I'm gonna do a little bit of contacted pressure right in here, which is a little tight. You can let me know if it's too much.
It is just a little tender.
It's tender.
Yeah.
And if I go even closer to the spot, right there, you can feel the difference, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And then one more. Good. Okay, that's it. And we'll just keep stretching you out.
This is not something my other chiropractor had.
No? What would your other chiropractor do for you?
He did do a bit of the thing where he sort of wrapped his arms around me and moved my spine.
Okay.
And he did some cracking adjustments, like the side ones.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, which helped.
Yeah.
But I feel like this would be way more effective.
Yeah. Well, the flexion distraction table is really good for a magnitude of different conditions. So people with herniated discs, people with spondies, people with chronic low back pain, people with arthritis. It just really helps alleviate any pressure that's put on the disc space. So I love them, but obviously I'm super biased because I work with them, but it's definitely something that should really help you.
Well, it feels great right now.
Okay, good.
It feels like it's stretching the exact spot that is
That's causing you the pain.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna shut the table off right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little traction on your legs and then I'm gonna bring them up here. So do you feel like there's a little bit more tension on this right side?
Maybe in my back.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. And then put your face flat down in the middle of the table. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of muscle work in here, okay? You can let me know if any of it feels like it's too much.
Okay.
So you can feel it, huh?
Ooh, it's really tender on the left.
On the left.
Yeah.
So it almost is spasming right under my hands right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna hold it really gently. Is that the same sensation that you get when your back spasms?
Not quite. This is like slightly painful.
Okay.
But kind of also tickly.
Tickly, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna be holding right in here. So when you get the spasm, is it directly over top of here or is it the whole muscles?
Actually it feels like it's sort of a little bit higher than where you just said, but not quite all of it.
Okay. I'm just gonna loosen it up right here. Any pain with this?
That kind of feels nice.
Okay.
It is like tender.
It is tender, yeah.
Yeah. I did get a massage fairly recently and she told me that my traps were really, really tense.
Okay.
Which I feel like could be related to my low back.
Okay.
Like if I am holding muscles in places.
Yeah.
Because they're uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, the traps, they start at the base of the skull here. They come down to the tip of the shoulder and comes back and meets in the middle of our low back here.
Yeah.
And there's also muscles from our low back that are inserting in this same spot right here. So that could definitely cause, you know, a lot of tension in the middle part of the back.
So it is sort of tender now.
It's tender. Do you feel like you have a lot of stress right now in your life?
Sort of.
Okay.
I feel like I'm always kind of stressed. I feel like I hold a lot of stress in my body, like without thinking about it.
Okay.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally. I hope it wouldn't be intentionally.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Any pain with this motion?
No.
Okay, good. So I'm just gonna hold here.
Yeah, that's really tender.
And
that is kind of how I feel like in the chair, like I want to move, like get away from it.
Okay. I got you. And what about a chair that's not reclined? Like a chair that sits upright, like a normal.
Like with back support?
Yep.
Sometimes I have pain. I don't usually sit normally in chairs, so I almost always either lift a leg or do something like that.
Okay. Where do you normally sit? On the floor?
Or couch. I'll just like lift one leg or cross my legs.
Okay.
Or that, but I feel like that is to alleviate any kind of discomfort, like by opening my hips a little bit or doing something like that.
Got it.
I feel like that also usually helps my back.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of scraping on your low back here. So this should help alleviate any sort of muscle tension in these low back muscles, okay? You can let me know if it feels like it's too intense. The massage that you got, was it a deep tissue or was it a little bit more relaxing and gentle?
It was kind of in the middle. She was more of a deep tissue specialist, but I asked for something more relaxing.
Okay.
So I think she had kind of a heavy hand.
Yeah.
And she did some cupping on me because I was so tense and she couldn't really touch me without me being really ticklish, which she said was being tense.
Where did she do the cupping?
On my mid back, I think.
Okay. Like in this area?
Maybe a little bit lower.
Okay. You're doing okay for me so far.
Yeah, this feels fine.
Okay. You're not yet too ticklish.
No.
No problems with that, right?
No.
Okay. Okay, so let me just have you right here. I'm gonna have you go. Can you feel that in there?
Yeah, that's really, really tender.
Okay, let me just feel. Too much, huh?
Yeah, it's so tender. Not like painful per se, but also just like I'm really uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm gonna have you go onto your left side, face me over here. I'm gonna pop this up. I'm gonna lower down this table just a tad, so you can relax your head down there. I'm gonna come behind you, and we're gonna work into this muscle a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna take this leg straight and then bend it. Okay, so out and then in. And then out and then in, slower. Good. Okay, and then out and then in. Can you feel the tightness in there?
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable.
Okay, and then out.
What's interesting is that I actually often get cramps in my hip right there.
Okay. So what are you doing when you get the cramps?
Either sitting or like,
okay, out.
like I said, sometimes I sit in weird positions.
Yep.
So like a squat or something, if I'm sitting in like a squat kind of, or with my legs out, like that, I'll get a cramp.
And then do a little bit of internal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, come out. And then in. And then a little bit of internal. I know. And then out. And then in. And then a little bit of internal. Okay, just relax that down. So that feels a little bit better to me there. So it loosened up for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you ever get any sciatica down the leg? Or it's just in the glute?
It is just, yeah, in that, it's almost like my hip, and it's like the outside of my hip is technically my glute.
Okay. So I'm going to adjust your low back right here, okay? So I'm going to have you stay on that side. I'm going to have this bottom leg go long, and I'm going to bend this top leg, okay? I'm going to have you like that. So you're going to look over top of your right shoulder. Perfect. And then, so you've had this adjustment before, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna bring you here. I'm gonna roll you towards me and then do a little drop. So just here. Good. How was that?
Nice.
Not bad, right?
No.
Flip to your other side. Were you feeling ticklish at all in that moment?
No.
No. Okay, good. No ticklish.
So.
Okay, we're gonna try to prevent that for you today.
Okay.
Let me feel in here. How does this say?
It's not as bad as the other side, but it is tender also.
So here, and then bring it forward. Okay, so slow, out and then in. Good, and then out, and then in. And then out, and then in. I know.
When you do this for people, is it always this painful?
It depends. Okay. So if someone, I usually only do this move if someone's having issues with their low back or their hips, because this muscle, it's called the piriformis muscle, so you can drop that down. So it attaches into the sacrum. So if someone has low back pain, I'm usually feeling it to see if it feels tender. Not in everybody, it's not always tender. It just really depends on what you have going on with you. So out. And then in, and then a little bit of a twist. And then a little bit of a twist. Good. Okay. Keep this bottom leg long, top leg bent. I'm going to adjust this side now, okay? Good. Cross, cross. So this one I'm just going to be a little bit higher. So here, little twist, little twist, little twist. Good. Not bad, right? No. Okay. Now let's have you go. Yeah, on your back is good. I'm going to adjust your mid back, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna have you take these legs and bend them. Are you comfortable like that?
Yes.
Cross, cross. Let me lower this down just slightly. Have you had this one before?
I don't remember. Okay,
so this is just gonna get your mid back. So just right here, so take a deep breath in for me. And then blow it all the way out. All the way, tuck your chin to your chest.
Good. I think I have.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, you can relax your legs and arms. Okay, let's take a look at these traps. When did you get your massage?
It was about 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay, so it has been a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a little tight here. Okay, so you're a student, you're a yoga teacher, you're doing all the things. You think they would balance each other out, right? All the yoga with the being a student.
And the plants.
And the plants?
Yeah. No, and I thought for sure doing yoga would make me relaxed in the body. But it doesn't. It doesn't do everything.
I know. How often are you practicing yoga?
Well, I also don't practice as much as I used to since I started teaching. So for the past year or so, I really haven't gone very frequently.
Regularly,
as regularly as I used to.
Yeah, because yoga is supposed to calm the mind, calm the body, calm the spirit. But unfortunately, I feel like there's no magic touch. It has to be a combination of a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes just trying to relax is not enough.
No.
Or just, letting the muscles relax. Yeah. They need help.
That would be nice, huh? If we could just tell our muscles, let's just relax
out
today. And they actually listened. Yeah. I do believe in manifestation, though.
Yeah. Yeah. If we were very connected, I think, to ourselves, we could probably heal ourselves.
So here, I think we always need a little bit of help from somebody else. It never hurts. How are these feeling, these muscles?
This feels nice. I do like when you first put your hands on my traps or my shoulders. That was also tender.
Okay.
So I know they're tense. But
Are you feeling anything in your low back right now?
no.
Okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get headaches?
Not super frequently.
Okay.
And usually they're pretty short because sometimes.
So I'm just gonna feel. So like right here on this right side.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, I massage my own neck right there
You do?
a lot.
Okay.
Just because it is really tight and I know that. It feels better when I do that. Like it helps me relax.
Yeah.
My shoulders and everything.
So I'm gonna adjust it right there, okay?
Okay.
Just in that spot. So I'm gonna bring your head over to the left. I'm gonna place my hand right here. I'm gonna have you wiggle your toes for me. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There you go. How was that?
That was nice.
That was all the release you needed.
Wow.
It's 5 years of pent up stress.
It has a lot of cracks.
Yeah. And then so like right here on this side.
Yeah.
Right, so this I think is where your headaches could be originating from.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna come around this side. So same kind of force, so here, but I'll just be a little bit higher with my contact. So here, wiggle your toes. Good. There you go. How are those?
That's nice.
Good. It's a little bit of pressure here. I'm just gonna be pulling. Good. Okay. Just gonna be feeling elbows, wrists, a little bit. There you go. The thumb.
Yeah.
Just gonna come up. I'm gonna feel your hip range. How does this feel?
Feels fine.
Okay. Did you feel it in the low back at all?
No.
Okay, good. Come right here. Good. I'm gonna pull on this straight leg. So here, little pull. Is that okay?
Yeah, I felt a crack. I think.
You did, yeah. And it moved. So here, let's feel this side. Not bad over here, right? Okay, so here. And then a little bit of a pull, okay? Here, here, here. Good. Okay, that feels good. I'm gonna have you now go back onto your stomach. And we're gonna do a little bit of the class 4 laser on your low back, okay?
Okay.
What the class 4 laser is going to do, it's going to decrease any inflammation you have in the area, and it's going to help bring new cells to the area to promote tissue healing, okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to put this on. You may feel a little bit of heat, that's normal. If it's too hot, you can let me know and I can always turn it down, okay? Okay, so it's gonna just be right here in your low back. It might feel a little bit cold, that's actually just like the sides of the casing, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna turn this on right here. Julia, I don't want you like actually looking into the light, okay? You can look through the camera but not at the light. How's that feeling?
It feels fine. Another thing I will say is that like having the thing on my low back makes it feel kind of twitchy.
Like the actual, like
or
this?
spasm. Yeah. And I don't know if that's because it's like...
What about that?
Yeah, actually I don't do that.
That's better?
Yes.
Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab a bolster and put it underneath your ankles here.
Now I wonder if it's the position of me biting rather than the other thing.
How is that feeling?
That feels better.
Okay. How do you sleep? On your stomach side?
I sleep actually in all of those things.
All those
I sleep
positions.
on my stomach. Sometimes I sleep on my back. Most of the time I probably sleep on my sides.
I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit, yeah. Most of the time it's your sides.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of cups in your mid-back while I have this laser on, okay?
Okay.
I like this bra you have on today.
Thank you. It's Lululemon.
Lululemon. Okay. So this will decrease any tension you have in your traps, okay? So how many courses are you taking this semester?
I am taking 4, which is technically like a full load.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
But it doesn't feel like that because they're all plant classes.
Yeah.
And they all kind of cover similar material.
Yeah.
And I really love it. So
You really
it
love
doesn't feel
it.
like school. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm just gonna put those ones on there, okay?
Yes.
But when you're studying something you love, it doesn't feel like school.
That's the nice thing about it.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna put that on local. And what kind of different plant courses are you taking?
I am in an introductory course that I have to take for the certificate I'm getting. And
Okay.
I'm also in arboriculture course, which is trees.
Trees.
And a plant propagation class. And a soils class.
Amazing.
So all the good stuff.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Do you have your own garden?
I have a mini garden because I have an apartment, so I don't quite have any dirt.
Yeah.
I have a potted garden.
Okay.
Stuff. I have mint, I have nasturtium, I have a bunch of succulents that I've been propagating because they're cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah. And then I have a bunch of native stuff that I've gotten from my plant class so far.
Yeah. That's good. So you can see these are a little bit red. There's none that fully stick out that are redder than the others, but you definitely have some inflammation here in between your shoulder blades.
Interesting. Like from tightness or like tension? Yeah.
From tightness. So the muscle that I put these on were your paraspinal, so the muscles that runs along your low back or your mid back, and then also your traps. So as I mentioned before, your traps insert here, come down to your shoulders, and then make a diamond shape down.
Yeah.
And so it's also getting that muscle as well. So any tightness you have there, that would help alleviate the tension. Okay, you can come up and sit up for me and stand up and see how you feel. You can come back and sit in that same position that you were in before and see if that pinching sensation is alleviated.
Well, laying down, like after the cupping, I didn't feel anything.
You didn't feel
like, when I
anything?
started.
Okay, good.
No,
Yay.
it definitely feels way better.
Okay, perfect. Awesome, you're all set.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Whee! Thank you.
Whee! All done. Perfect.